All right. There's a lot of different ways I could start this out. I had different titles thinking to choose between, but kind of it's kind of the current emotions. Obviously, that's kind of going to dictate what you choose to pick. So this title here is one I was gonna do probably like a few weeks ago. Um, I'm not gonna really explain myself about all the pauses in between. So yeah, this is kind of interesting take. I want to kind of go about it more, I don't know, even flow. You could probably be like a spectator who is not coming from, maybe having a little sense of where this one's coming from. Um, Now, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. We all insert ourselves into people's lives. I got to be a little quiet too. Um, Knowingly, unknowingly, for the most part. Now it's a little different with everybody's awareness and what they're going to be defaulted into looking into and being a part of now in this world. So that definitely changes stuff up, and that's kind of what has kind of just been changing. I got my own reasons, you know what I'm saying? I'll get there. I don't want to go crazy mode all over the place right now. I kind of want to take it one step behind. I mean, one step at a time. But you're not going to really understand the full spectrum with some things I say or why I'm saying it, or it's like, oh, I'm not really getting nothing out of this. There's a lot of things I want to question right now. There's a lot of things I don't know. I believe balancing pretty well when it comes to just having to respond to what things really are and how far people went. I didn't know like it was like that. Like, damn. Yeah, I bet you do. I'm kind of tired of seeing that stuff too on my algorithm. I don't know who put all that on there or making me look all that, or I don't understand the joke behind that. You know. But yeah, they're cool animals. There's nothing wrong with them. Yeah, even things like that. You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to get out of that? Are you trying to say you're winning? And not just not to what was said there, but the reasoning behind why. You know, is that a W for you? If it took that long, that far, you even went out of your way to show like where you're really standing on it too. So that part's kind of weird too, knowing what it really is. I mean, that's like a violation. Literally, you know what I'm saying? Is like, man, say what you want, bro. You knowing the side you're on, you can't tell me anyone reacted any better than what I have. Y'all were expecting straight crash outs, bro. Y'all were expecting someone to do something. You were expecting someone to hurt themselves or something, but that's a talk for another time. So if this is what the end point is right now, that's kind of sad, bro. That is kind of sad. I wouldn't trade sides with you. I wouldn't trade sides with you at all, bro, actually, because it's about now. And right now, you're just forced to be like, damn, I had access to all that. I did all that. Just to show that all you do is just watch what I'm going to do next. I'm just keeping it a buck, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, I be real. I really don't even be up here like being upset and shit. But it's really wild just seeing how far, and I'm talking about real life, how far people in real life will go, bro. It's like I'm not upset. I'm just like I'm not shocked either. It's like I'm just like, damn. Why does it feel like I've done that before though? Like that's happened before. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of like the pre. You know what I'm saying? I got quite a bit to say in this one actually. Before I actually get into the title and what it means, man. You know. That's kind of my reaction to it. I mean, like I believe, yeah. I mean, if there's any worst part of my side that I could see from another person's peripheral watching, because sometimes you ask people, or they're willing to tell you. It's like, oh well, this was my first impression of you. This was what I thought, and I don't like. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like we all probably did that, like back when we were younger. Like actually care about what people's impression of us was or something. But now you don't even go down the train of thoughts. Just just being older and stuff like that. But when you do hear it and you're like, damn, like, what? That's like not far from like who I am, but maybe there's a side of you that kind of seems like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting, if you're someone new here, like I'm not the one to really do that with. And I shouldn't be saying that because it just makes it like, I don't know, you just feel goofy, man. Like you ain't got time to be explaining why you are who you are and shit like that. But now you kind of get it. You're a full spectrum of everything. And so when I see the whole competition shit, I'm validated to say like, man, I gotta move, bro, because it's like, dang, man, how far people went. It doesn't even matter whether what you're saying is true or not. To go out of your way to make someone question something, or is that real or is that an illusion, is just weird, man. Especially for the amount of effort that's put into it. It's people's minds, man. People's minds are but it's I don't know, man. Over time, this is kind of why I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of make this title, and on the internet too. There's kind of things I want to say because I like how I can start out at like a certain, I don't know, degree angle, although it has nothing to do with that space where it doesn't give anything away, because I've been too cool. I've been cool as hell. I've been super cool. I believe I've been super cool. Super cool. So I just don't understand what's the problem. I understand that like in some scenarios, in some parts of your life, it is best to be quiet, especially if you gotta take a L in a certain area that you didn't uphold or something. I completely agree with that, But now this is where we're gonna kind of get into, and we'll have to get into the more uncomfortable side of a starting point. So that's gonna really be weird stuff, but it is what it is. Now, my question to anyone who's wise and can see a perspective that this person ain't seeing is, well, what's the problem with them speaking on just anything in general that has to do with them justifying where they're coming from? I don't question it, but there were certain things that people were already a part of before you even became aware of what that really was. So sometimes we got to be honest about that, It's not that you're naive or you're so gullible to like the things around you. It's the fact that you're really the type of person where you don't look at someone like that. You don't look at someone as competition. Like I don't look at anyone as competition. I never did. I never looked at someone as competition. But one thing that's like kind of that's one thing I don't like about myself, is how I'm just defaulted into the competition shit immediately. It doesn't matter whether I care or not, especially if I really don't care. And if I kick their butt too and I don't care, it's awkward ass shit. Because it's happened many times before, and it's like that bad where I could say it like that, not even trying to be like flex or anything. Like you literally didn't even care, and it's like, damn, dude. I don't know. It, I mean, I don't think much of it, but it's a lot to react to, man. I mean, especially when you see like efforts, bro, because it's like, damn, man, you're not the only one who be like doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't the only one who's like caring about it that much. Golly, man. Yeah, yeah. I got a live. I got one called the Doppelganger Collector, because I just be, bro. I be seeing like 10 versions of the first version I met of someone. Like, no, kid you not. Lately, it's weird. It's super weird, man. I don't even want to give an example. Like a bigger tone to look alike of someone you used to be close with. Or like an older version of someone that you used to be cool with. Like, it is so, and I would be like, damn, that this is happening like more than often now. It's crazy. But yeah, man, all right. All right, all right, all right. Because I don't like that. I don't like having to question what I'm doing. I shouldn't be in the, you know what I'm saying? So it makes me feel like, okay, there's some resistance to what I'm doing. And it's really nothing. Especially considering right now where I should be doing much more in a situation that's well, a situation that I look at as, okay, well, there's someone out there who's got a problem. And we all be like that. We all, especially if you're on the internet, make an impact or not, man. You could be just cooking, bro. You're gonna have someone who's gonna oppose you. You can be someone who's just drawing, and you're gonna have someone who's gonna oppose you, and it could actually turn into beef in some way, somehow. Just being on the internet, and it's nothing new. I forgot where I was going with that. I had a good point though. But yeah, man, inserted themselves in your life, allowing many to play a position only you can for a game you can't win. So what does that mean? Well, I think we need to look at the starting point. I don't know if I put knowingly in the title. There was actually a gathering. I can totally picture it now. Remember, during this gathering, and you know, we ain't got to single ourselves out. There could be, you know, others, you know, involved who probably didn't choose to go to the gathering. I guarantee, like, most who were called to the gathering, they pulled up at the gathering, though. Maybe not in the beginning, but as the mistakes kept rumbling and tumbling on, maybe so. And, well, we can't really go into details because, I mean, you got to consider this person's perspective of it that you obviously don't have. That's why you're on the other end of it. You get what I'm saying? That's why you still stay watching a person, you know, because you're actually learning from them and stealing from them, and then calling it competition. Tripping, bro. You're lost in your head, man, and then go and do the most to make you lost in your head with AI. Premeditated comments and stuff. My bad. You know, I didn't mean to go like into it already with that. You know, but that's sad to even think that you were even in a lane like me. You're not. If you're someone in real life, anyone who's met me in real life, you are not in the same lane as me. No. At this point, you have to tell me what that color even is. Y'all gonna have to start describing what the color even is, or is that even a color? What does that word mean? You know. But yeah, man, you know, so it's better to be on that side. You know, at least you just watch what you're doing. Now, here's the thing. This is where they're gonna try to, it gets real tricky with the technology and the access that you know, I'm easing in. That, you know, a collection of these people had, and I'm like, man, there's no way they would go that far. But I come to the conclusion that, like, you know, they're more embarrassed than you. And why? Why are they more embarrassed than you when the efforts were to make you embarrassed, bro? And it's like, nothing happened. And if it did happen, it was a good reason. Whether if there were tears, it was a good reason to cry. Anyone would have. That's not embarrassing. So you embarrass yourself trying to embarrass me, because that's one thing. It's like people be looking into me too much, man. Y'all gotta like look into you. You know, that's not good if you're over here looking into me more than me. It's like, what are you doing? Like I'm some science fair project. And then on top of that, profiting fraudulently, tripping, dude. Tripping, bro. And so this is why you see I call it the Homer Simpson pop up or whatever, the Bush shit where you popping up and shit. And you're like, why are you popping up for? What you popping up for? There's no such thing as that. You're still attached to something regarding this person. What is it? So yeah, someone got upset. Someone got upset. They had access to military technology. They had access to tax stuff, a lot of things just regarding this person's energy, and kind of just infiltrated their substance matter, their intel, their business, really. You know. And yeah, I mean, you hear a lot of people talk about it now. It's really, I really do want to get down to the subject matter of how the kind of like the pillar frame works, man. And just the labeling they do. And there's even a video where out of all the what do you call it, thumbnails they could have picked, they picked one of me making some sign to make it look like they get wild, and I don't even know what that stuff be meaning. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out those who already got their objective and know what it is that they got to do, right? Why they change the tone as if someone's doing something bad is what I need to know. Because you're making it seem like a person blocking themselves. I need to know how. I see that, that's not a fun topic. Because it's too real, you know what I'm saying? It's too real. That's what it is. It really is too real. This is the outcome you get when you go that far for years with someone. This is the outcome you get. You get a personality change. You get a broader perspective. You get guess what? You're not the only person in the world. You're not the only person who did some weirdo stuff. So who is you popping out of nowhere acting like you something? You're nothing. So keep that in mind too. You know how many people be putting up with the day? You wouldn't know. You would know because you be up in someone's ass so much. You be up in their business so much, yo. You know what I'm saying? So nah, we're gonna have to put an end to that. I'm gonna have to get harder on that, man. You ain't gonna be someone getting something out of me, expecting me to just be cool with the position I'm in, and it's all just block. That's what the game was. This person can't win. Nah. So I guess some people's video game controller died then. You know what I'm saying? That's why they had to pop up. They bought a new one and thought they could pop up and plug it back in. And it's like, no, you can't plug it back in, man. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You violated someone, bruh. And what you expected someone to just, I don't know, go out of their way to just crash out and not do nothing and like do something or something? Nah, man, this is what it is. This is what it is right here. You can't help but get mad. I know you mad. I know you fuming. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Fuming. I can tell. It don't matter whether something's an illusion or not. It's about the energy. Energy don't lie. Fuming for no reason, bruh. That's crazy to be that infatuated over someone, bro. Y'all should see. Y'all should just see, bro. And then get mad just because someone's not being cool as fuck about it. Not even. It's crazy, man. Look at how far people will go, bro. That's sad. That's sad, man. How do you even like wake up? I'm for real. I'm not trying to troll. Like, no way. I couldn't be. No way, dude. I couldn't do that to someone. Fail And then like, what? And just see that no matter what it was about this person, they were transparent, man. Pick the worst thing from this person. You know there's people doing way worse stuff out there, man. Y'all gotta stop, bro. You know? But anyway, my bad, I got off track, but it's just reminiscing a bit, I'm just reminiscing because it goes far back now. It goes really far back now. And it's like, man, yeah, man, I definitely see where my faults were. Definitely, man. Definitely had maturing to do, growing up to do. And it's not really more so like anyone stole. I was like, oh, they stole my money, they stole my inheritance. Oh my goodness. Listen, the way it works with that, it has everything to do with what you do to yourself. Is gonna be just as bad as like what other people do to you, man. You can't be doing something to yourself, and if you know what I'm saying, you're gonna keep doing it. You're not gonna acknowledge, what's going on, and you just, and over time, everyone's like, well, shit. Really giving a damn about himself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can understand where people went from. Here's the problem, though: the delusions, the lying to themselves, the acting like they like trying to like mirror you, try to be you type stuff, trying to flex that they stole from you shit. Nah, that's out of whack. Because the thing is you don't understand. It's a multitude. You're not the only. You just joined in with something. Time will expose over time, man. These people don't even like themselves. Y'all don't even like each other. You know what I'm saying? And I know it. I know that hits home. I know that hits hard. The party was whack. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't popping like that. We all know it was dry. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's faulty. It's all faulty terms, yo. Y'all ain't getting it popping like that like it used to. It's not popping like it used to. Okay? Stop the cap. It ain't popping like it used to. Okay? It's dry. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try so hard. You got like urges and shit. I understand. I got urges. We all got urges, man. I understand. Gotta try to not look and shit. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So if that's your flex, man, I'm just here to tell you it's weak. It's a weak flex. I'm disappointed in you because you didn't get the job done. There's a lot of plans that were set out that already knew about. The nastiest ones were the ones I knew about. The nastiest ones. Come on, bro. Come on, dude. I'm trying to think to myself, though. You implemented it. You took action on that. So what happens next? Birdie dodged it. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a Black Hawk down. Stank person, man. Because if I dodged it, that must mean that I've understood how low someone can get. I do. I can get lower than you, actually. That's the craziest part. I'm telling you right now, man. Any person in real life, pull up right now. Troll. Do something. I guarantee I'm nastier than you. But I'm not nasty, though. So how does that work, then? You get what I'm saying? It's defense mechanisms, yo. I never attacked no one. Y'all were attacking the whole time. So when someone's defense turned into offense, what you getting mad about? Especially when they didn't offend nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's not to really say anything, man. That's just to really tell this person, like, bruh, come on, man. It's like multiple. It's like, come on, dude. Every category, man. You know how expansive that is? And then for a person to pop up on some doppelganger stuff, I remember saying, well, what's good with it? They always got to wear shades. They can't show their eyes. Couldn't look me in the eye, of course. I didn't get it. So where was the W? Where was the I won? I won. In a place I won be? Yeah, you ain't ready for that one, man. You ain't ready for that one. In a place I won't be. Yeah, I got bad eyesight. I can't see that. I gotta get my glasses. I gotta get new pair of glasses probably. New pair of a lot of stuff. I need to get I need to figure out if I can get a an upgrade on something here too. Yeah, yeah. So I might be saying that word wrong. I don't think I even have internet on here. Let me see if I can get on there. Maybe. Is apparent? I never knew what that word was too. I'm just using it because I guess that's what it's basically another word for like a another. It's almost not like a clone, but man, it'd be like it's not a clone, but it'd be like the same version of someone you met, but they may be like younger or older or taller. They might be bigger. Um, and and you pass them by and they're playing out a characteristic of someone that you used to know. I'm a doppelganger collector. I kid you not. On not trying to either. Unintentionally. I'm a doppelganger collector. I kid you not. I realize that because there's too many. Too many. I could point them out right now. I could give examples right now, but too many people like attention, like to attention seek and stuff. That's why they go as far as what they do nowadays. The hope that they're mentioned and all that dumb shit, man. Go play with your AI. Go play with your weak ass AI comments and stuff that didn't work. You know, I'm gonna crush that grim grit or whatever whatever stupid channel it is that I'm pretty sure that's a troll too in real life. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. You said legend dictates that if you see your dog there. Not mine. No, I don't have one. I don't have one. No, not me. Not me. I don't have one. That's impossible. They're trying to do one of me. No, impossible. They're trying to do well, yeah, I ain't saying they do. I'm just basing it. You get what I'm saying. I'm like I've seen, you know, the correspondence to that word. Yeah, I agree to disagree. I'm not gonna say you're completely wrong. I mean, yeah, you're probably right. Like, duh, that's not like an actual, you know. But I'm just saying, man. Nah, I've seen some trippy shit, dude. It's just I don't want to go like in detail, man, because I still gotta basically my cleanup crew was late, super late in some areas. So they still gotta pull up and clean some stuff, you know what I'm saying? You said you need to head to Vermont for real. What's up in Vermont? Shout out. Said ain't this buddy that be thinking lost art or something like that. No, just gotta you know, hold on a bit. Just wait and see where someone's coming from, you know. We're not really talking about that right now. So when are we gonna rise up against? I don't know why you're making that remark. Probably because your name's I Am Remarks. All right, all right. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, man. Anything to do with that? Someone did weirdo stuff to someone, you know, and it's something that it's an awkward situation because I mean you can't really do anything to control it. But what we can do is get that person into a better situation, position, which is what's gonna happen. Because I'm gonna have to, unless the team can let me know why it would be a better reason to kind of chill out or whatever, you know, from my end of things. But I've kind of seen the cycle and it's not really getting anywhere. And you know, now don't get me wrong, I've seen the heart drop moments from individuals who were rocking with me actually at one point. And when you continue to go down, you know, a contradicting line of events, so it's not lining up with what's you know, being said on here, you know, the respect will be lost. Now, I can promise that I can reboot that back up and actually make that learning and studying an educational point to, well, not only save my persona, but to show how it would actually benefit me too, you know, even though it's being looked at as a negative. So I turn negatives into positives, even if it's gonna be and it's like a re-energizing reboot type thing. I don't know if a lot of people can do that, but yeah, no, for real, it's like a reboot cycle. You know what I'm saying? Where let's say you mess up, but it's not like in an actual physical energy sense, right? You is like a more of like a mental cloud, and you mess up in a mental cloud or an action that affects the mental cloud, and it kind of puts you down a more um let's call it like a vacant peripheral, so you can't, during that space, you can't like see everything that you're going through. Once you're out of that vacant peripheral, you can, it's whatever way you do it. I'm not going to go all the way down to how I personally do it and stuff. That's giving too much, but I know how to re-energize that system and make it a learning point in many different ways. From whatever it is that I missed, I'm able to actually see a higher angle view of it, of if I was seeing it during that present time. While, you get what I'm saying? That probably didn't make any sense, but you know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm able to make titles like, in the next 4 days you will see why I was correct in 4 ways using the last 4 days. And then we break down that everything that was going on during that time, and then justify why that negative, we can put it on some Albert Einstein type stuff and just make it an experiment and just justify it by that, and saying, well, no, I wasn't lost in that. I was doing it for a purpose. I was doing it for a reason. And this reason going to be real good. You know what I'm saying? I bet homie, you're going to like that. I don't know. I would need more information on that. I'm just not even going to talk out the spinal cord about that one. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing where I gotta learn how to balance you know what I'm saying, balance not doing that so much, where you just barf up a bunch of letters and words and shit, and it kind of does turn into a word salad. You're not getting in that of it, where I gotta parameter it up a bit, because I would just look at it as like, well, what is that anyway, and why would that happen to someone? How did that happen to someone? Even down to the things we're seeing on our phones. And I'm not just talking specific apps like X, like the X is making Twitter, whatever it was, which I regret getting rid of my Twitter, because I realize how much, and this is gonna sound real egotistical, arrogant, I realize how much of a role I actually played in that, because of the way I had my Twitter, bro. Like, no one had it. There was only me and like another individual. It's like, man, I can't even say people's names anymore because it does weird stuff. I would just wish the sentiment never got that deep, because it's like, damn, bro, you can't even try to relate anymore, because it's like, damn, well, I mean, I rock with that person, but if I say them now, it's like weird. Now it's like, what? It's like, damn, man. It's like in reverse now. Like, everyone you used to like rock with, or like you were more like the spectator and they were like the influencer, and then the more you kind of like showed your appreciation, it like they started like seeing you, and you didn't think that they'd see you like more than what they see you type shit. And it like, now that everyone's gonna change, but it just does it in like a type of shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into this. So we got Jack McKnight 2933. He says, always a good policy to have. Talk about what you know and don't pretend to know what you don't. Don't pretend to know what you don't. Facts. Yeah. Right. Because that remote viewing thing. The best thing I could say is there's been illusions to try to like trick your mind into thinking something, but I believe that's what the trick is. And I've spoken on that many times in that G stalking word or whatever. Is definitely you get me, hold up. You get me off track. You almost got me there. But see, you did get me. Gosh, I had a good point. You see what y'all be doing? I wish I could rewind and go back. Ain't got nothing to. Oh yeah. They'll that G stalking word, how they'll trick you into saying what's not happening to you, but now they're gonna validate doing it to you. There's some they did a scam on me. That's what I'm gonna get into next. There's some stupid that's what allowed dumb stuff to happen to me. And it's Like, I look back and I'm like, okay, like that. But dude, the fight I had was a way bigger fight. It was a fight on my health, bro. So I allowed that. That's what people aren't understanding. That's why, like, I'm just, it's so funny, like, especially seeing the dumbass stuff on, like, these apps that they be trying to trick your mind into. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. When you're on this side of it, your shit is looking way different than theirs. No question about it. There's some areas where I think they went too far with things. Definitely, bro, because I got to think to myself, who inserted that in order for that to happen? Because whoever it is, well, they're done. They're done for. They're done for. They're done for. They don't love themselves at all. I don't care how much money they made or if they even made anything off it. Because it's going to get swiped away sooner or later anyway. You were a whole pawn. Anyone who's put in a position in real life to do something to me is a pawn. They're not nothing. I'd rather not answer that because we all want variety. So there'll never be a position where I'm in that. So I refuse to answer questions where you can only have one and not the other. I'm not answering that. But, you know what I'm saying, shout out, I'm not upset with that question, but I'm not, yeah, I'm just not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, people traumatize me now. So I'm more careful. Yeah, I don't you be using that app, so you can quit trying to label somebody. I have my other... Well, what does that mean? What does autism mean? Is there a certain, what is it that describes you as autism? Because your comment kind of justifies it, yeah. Because you're aware of you going back before, but between atheists and Christians, that just doesn't make any sense at all. You know, because no one else is going through that. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the justifications to make it go that far with someone unapplicable, man. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens. I don't really want to talk about it right now, but later on with things that the real nitty gritty stuff where it's like, damn, okay, maybe I should take a break from here, and then that upcoming vid with the 4 days and 4 ways using the last 4 days, obviously rebooting and regenerating my personal regeneration, you know, to save face, if you will, from when I was off vacation. It's nothing. See, you can't leave a comment like that, Scotty. Actually, you got my attention though. I gotta respond to comments like that. You are a bigger clown. So who is this clown leaving a comment on someone who thinks they're a streamer now? It's like stupid, bro. It's like, it can go both ways. Why are you being dumb? You know what I'm saying? Why are you leaving dumb comments? No one thinks they're a streamer, man. I'm just sitting here doing what I would be doing if I didn't turn the camera on or off. Drinking something, writing down on a notebook. I could sit down and do that, have the camera on, and not say nothing, actually. What would you say then? You would have not left that comment. So there's something I'm saying that's triggering you. Which, don't be triggered, man, because there's nothing I said even bad, you know? But, no, I ain't perfect. Yeah, I am kind of a clown anyway. I could be a clown. So, I don't think I'm a streamer, though. So just know that, man. Just know that. And shout you out for joining, bro. But, yeah, man. You know, they went... The one thing that really bothers me about this is, like, how you can have many different... Everyone has a different sector in this peripheral. Remember, no one has my peripheral, man. And when it comes down to this, that's why I'm the one kicking titles. Any hater in my life, in real life, they could never. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird seeing them still trying to, like, insert in different ways and subliminal ways to... And I mean, like, yeah, man, I mean, I'm a notice but you went too far for me to notice, though. You had to do the most for me to notice. That's a fact. You had to do the most. You had to, like, fly. You had to drive to me. You went desperate. So just know that. I didn't. I wasn't watching the way you move. You were watching the way I move. That's why you can't ever be ahead of anyone when you're watching the way someone move, bro. We ain't the same. Obviously. You'll never be in my lane. That's crazy, bro, to even like call that competition, bro. How are you in competition? You're not the same sentiment as someone who actually grew up in a damn, we gotta hustle, hustle, hustle shit. Yours wasn't hustle, hustle, hustle. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a hater. You get it popping, you probably get it popping, whatever, man. You know, don't. But you ain't, no, bro. Now let's really have to sit back. If we had a race, if we had a, no, you getting sat down, bro. I'm talking to 2016 here. You get sat down, bro. Real facts, man. And if it even came close, you were watching me. You probably took my whole diet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. At the end of the day, I ain't gonna get pissed, you know. You said learning social things are hard or impossible even. What do you mean learning? Well, shout you out. Learning social things. Well, I mean, if you're aware enough to know you have an intellectual disability and you're smart enough, live independently. That means you're an adult. That means you know all the things it takes to work. Shit, you're doing better than half people already. There's nothing to learn socially. There's no such thing as that. Actually. That's the way I look at it. There's no such thing as learning socially, because you already were doing that. So what is it that makes you think you need to learn more socially? If someone made you think that, or you were probably comparing yourself to somebody. Corey said, I got 7 gifts for my girlfriend's birthday. Is that too many? Shit, man. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If I saw the way y'all's relationship looked or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then I'd be able to make a comment there. Hey, good to see you again. Appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, man, back to this real quick. So yeah, man, that's impossible. You can't be over here claiming that you were in competition with someone. You straight jacked that person's whole shit. I'm talking went straight full mode, like took the dude's whole song. Took the whole, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? That didn't actually happen to me. But man, took in notes, hitting up your followers. That shit was weird, dude. I was like, no way. Because that's when, man, I always like, that's how it works with me. I don't know how this works for everybody else. It can't be for the majority of people who do stuff like that, because you think they'd be in a space to do that because they have access to what you even be into, man. So you think they'd like actually be like not a slimy person. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They get leeway with the technology, with the illusions. They get leeway with that, you know? Because someone would only speak like that if they believe, but no, we already seen shit too much, man. And when it has everything to do down with, even sex and stuff like that, damn, dude, really? That's deep. Y'all really don't like someone. Y'all really don't like someone. You know what I'm saying? I know, lucky me, because that's rare nowadays too. That's rare as hell. That sure was. You know, that's rare nowadays. Which it ain't gotta be. Like I said, man. Everybody has a boundary. Everybody has a space. Everybody has a private space. What used to be a private space. So, you know, there's always going to be times when, you know, you get, you know, they've been having a lot of data hacking or whatever. What do you call it? What's that word? Some lawsuit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they've been having a lot of those lately, man. But I mean, man, those, they already be knowing about those, man. Give me a break. You know what I'm saying, man? It's corny for me to even speak like that when you understand like the position. You know what I'm saying? And the things you went through. That's like, man, come on, that's allowed. Oh man, come on, it's not even worth like to speak about. I don't know why you're calling me that name. You're trying to label stuff or whatever. So you could be speaking to the version of what you want someone to be, and maybe they're not that, you know? maybe that's what you wanted them to be, or you wanted them to feel that way or something, you know. Or better yet, you want to put a picture in someone's mind about someone else or something like that, man. We ain't got time for that. But yeah, I appreciate it. You're special too. You're amazing too. You're an amazing person too, you know. You're beautiful on the inside and the outside. I'm so happy for you, you know. I wouldn't wish any different. And that's crazy to think that, you know, these how it's just wild, man. Yeah, if there's anything when it comes to the internet side of this, you know, and when it comes to, just the awareness and the guidance and the help. Now, you know, we can kind of, you know, pick and choose from things on what's kind of validated, or, you know, is that applicable, or you know, and I ain't gotta play stupid in that department, you know, as long as it's still respect, you know. There's a lot of way more things I want to say. Nah, it ain't. Nah, it ain't. There's channels you can go to for that though. But if there's ever anything, because I mean, you that's what's on your mind, and there's nothing wrong with that being on your mind. If that's something you want from me, I mean, I could go on Google like anyone else, and, you know, I could, you know, talk about it. You know, you can listen. You know, you could have went out of your way to just learn it yourself. Now that you mention it, you know, because you mentioned it, I didn't. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But the only thing I can feel is you just wanting attention and a reaction. So, you know, that's good. I can feel it too. Good job, man. So basically, it could have just started out as a joke. I don't think so. I believe it was like okay, let's go ahead and make this the tactic, especially once it all came up to a conclusion in 2021. So we see the kind of like the pre-setup stuff in 2018, 2019, 2020, and when it comes to access and kind of just the intentions with individuals on your behalf. There could have been, you know, especially with just what I had going on, of course there was going to be misunderstandings, man. People, you weren't going to understand where I was coming from, and that's the thing. No one knew where I was coming from. I had a medical situation and people ain't stupid, bro. They knew that. They knew that. You know what I'm saying? They're just a hater. You know what I'm saying? Hater, yeah. At this age, a hater still. I don't know how to think like that. So I don't know. You just acknowledge them like, oh, okay, that must just be a doppelganger then. Gotta be. So just know that. Hate on that. Hate on the fact that I didn't even know if it was you. I've seen 10 versions of you, literally, dude. All 5'3", 2, or whatever. I've seen so many versions. So just don't feel like, you know, don't, you know, puff your chest out like Big Bird and poke your big nose, you know, in people's screens and shit like that, like you shouldn't be, you know. Whatever that job is, man, whatever the payment is, I'm happy for you. You gotta understand you're being treated like any other human. Why you gotta pop up on some like I'm so special? I love you. I hate you. I love you. You can't make your mind up. Can't make your mind up, man. Stop. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's starting to get weird, actually. Weird. It's starting to get kind of weird. It's whatever, though. I ain't tripping over it. But, yeah, a false validation, using your assets on you, basically. And, you know, especially when this is coming from, you know, and we'll get into this, man. You know, I was dropping lives on Facebook. It's like I kind of just stopped. There was something like weird up in the air about it. I crashed out a couple of times too. Don't get me wrong, you know, over some things that I was aware of that and intentions were made on. But you couldn't actually validate, you know, who's behind it. Now we could find out if we cared enough, you know. But all that matters is we were already steps ahead, you know. So just for those of you who know you got like nasty minds like that. Well, yeah, it's because it happened to her. And the thing is how would you know anyway? When things like that happen to someone, well, that's why someone is even like that. I would have jumped off a cliff. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? There's no way, you know what I'm saying? And then you still gonna like go with it and just get mad and try to do it to someone else. Heck no, hell nah. Feel bad for you. for a failed attempt also, and it happened to you? Come on, you know what I'm saying? Come on, that's sad. And I doubt it anyway. I doubt it anyway. So that's where, but you know, I don't know who this person is commenting and stuff like that, but because you're in a certain space where you try to put me in a parameter of an experience I had with someone. So you're purposely trying to do that. So you might have a connection with someone in that, not that you know them, but you got that connection where you understand type shit though. Because I'm trying to understand why, you know, which we were talking about good and evil, but then you talked about a witch or whatever. Which is just another person for just who does delusions and divination just for an intention that they want to go in their favor. It's kind of stupid. And to have it backfire is like weird. It's weird. You can't do that. You can't try to hurt someone, fail at it, get mad, and then act like that's a validation to have revenge on them. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. If, you know what I'm saying? If. Because there's too many connections with people who don't like themselves or whatever. There's something about because I couldn't be in that space that these people are in that I used to be close with. I couldn't be in a spectrum where you know you're weak because you're around, like, because you're doing it with other people, right? Talked about it, laughed about it too, and then it didn't work. And then even if there was maybe a pocket where this person went as far as, damn, they could go as far as like you get in trouble for that. And then now your face really twisting up and shit like that. And then let's say that person want to go ahead and now they're ahead of you and they're actually pulling the experiment on you. Because you ain't experimenting on no one over there. Just know that. I'm experimenting on you. So you know that, right? Like anyone in my real life, like if you are catching this, you are not doing nothing to me. Except abusing assets and shit like that because you don't like yourself. You can't look at what you're doing, you know, with yourself. Instead of trying to make someone go out of your way to make someone feel a certain way. That's just, it's weird, dude. They don't have no feeling about it. Because you're the one who would feel that way. That's why you're doing that. That's what you want the outcome to be. So I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. Okay, so let's keep going into it because we're not even close to done, yo. Outdated lies to verify gossip for fake relationships. Outdated lies to verify gossip. Because it can be nothing but just a cycle when it comes to what people are speaking on. This is where I take the L. This is where those who may support me, maybe, somewhat, but then they're like, you know what I'm saying, is you get, what's that one lyric I had? Something about that's a fact, get mixed reviews like Nickelback, you know, something like that. You know, it's kind of like that, you know, it's kind of like that. Say hello from America. Hello from America. Thanks for joining. But yeah, you know, if anything, that's what I thought would kind of be the starting point to someone going through this. Is like, okay, but nah, the starting point was all faulty. You know, energy fluctuations, basically reaction response. Definitely the medical situation. And then wanted to prevent that. It's a while to work. These people didn't care about it. No, they didn't care about you, man. So I played it right. The job ain't done though. See, it's always prevention tactics. It's distractions, man. So when you see them trying to pop up again, I'm talking about in real life, man, dip. It ain't like that no more. It ain't gonna be the same, man. You know what I'm saying? And you failed. And I won. You didn't win. You lost. That's the last time I see a doppelganger look-alike of you. You're toast. You're French toast. With syrup. You know what I'm saying? I'm alright, man. You know, I'm kind of struggling to stay on topic right now, but I appreciate you for asking. So let me try to do a little better. Um, yeah, and just kind of turn a blind eye to it. Just kind of turn a blind eye to it. It's like sprinkle, and then just, you know what I'm saying? That sprinkle, man, I did a lot. That sprinkle, and then you just kind of look away and act like you didn't know. But this person made sure to, take accountability, and to make sure to ask this person, well, what do you know about this? Do you know anything about it? I'm concerned. You know, now if this person went about it the wrong way, they wouldn't be still here. The outcome was for this person to not be here. I'm talking, this is disgusting. To sit up here, to be fake, act like you rock with someone, and then project sickness onto someone. That is crazy. That's crazy work. And that's the wildest thing I saw this year, actually. Last year. This year. Saw it in two different ways. It's okay. So we'll get into our emotions about it. But, yo, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, man. It makes you wonder. It ain't going down like that. That's why I gotta speak up when it comes to the social part of this. You ain't gonna be over here trying to block someone, socially trying to block connections and stuff like that. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. That's how I know it'd be narc activity here. From people in real life that I know, it'd be narc activity. Y'all are trying to make someone's life look a certain way. You care about that more than that person. You do. You care more about the way that person's Instagram account looks than that person. Kid you not. To the point where you're gonna try to base subject matter that you can profit off another person, and call that competition. You weak. You weak, dude. You lost, bro. 7 years of effort and you lost. Military. You used the military. You used intel agencies and lost. You whack. You know what I'm saying? You whack. You went to, yeah, man. Damn, that's crazy, man. And that's it. Like, I'm not even trying to talk hard. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, damn, bro. Yeah, you was a lame, bro. You was a lame, dude. When you really look at it, it's like, damn, you was a lame, bro. You were up on me that bad, bro. Because it's like, I don't be embarrassed. I look at it as like, let's say you were laughing at me watching something from like a tower or something. But it's like, I'm laughing at you watching that. It's like, what? Dude, it don't make no sense, bro. Hell nah. Lame, bro. You's a whack, you know what I'm saying? You's a tic-tac, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Just keep it pushing, bro. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing, bro. It's okay, man. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. You didn't think, like, you didn't know. That's where I always get trolls in real life who try to, they'll never understand why they can't get in my head, even with efforts and shit. And I don't like talking like that because I don't like pulling myself into that substance matter to where that happens in real life. But it's like, you don't understand. You think you would when you did all of that, though. You don't have that peripheral, bro. You're not you know what I'm saying? You're not that collection. You're not that alignment. Yours is too up in the air and stuff. It's not like triple, like mutable. Get what I'm saying? It's something like that. You don't have the characteristics to be able to defend that. That's why either they be shocked that it's like, damn, no way. Like, I can see the look on their face. It's priceless. I know it's priceless, bro. I know it's priceless because it's like, you have no choice but to look at something. Anything else around you is a symbol, it's a sign, it's a color, it's a structure. Anything else is like, you have no choice but to just look at it for what it is. You are salty. They salty for no reason, bro. Went out of their way to do everything to you. The worst moments in my life were because of me. They were because of me. They weren't because of someone else. They were because of me. Any reason, any negative situation that I ever ended up in, because of me. I'm not blaming no one. People did a lot, man. People did a lot. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Breadcrumbing, yeah. So breadcrumbing, this is when they know, what they're kind of doing, man. And like, it's this hamster wheel thing. Inserted themselves in your life knowingly, along many, to play a position only you can for a game you can't win. So what I get from this is there's many different games they're able to switch into depending on what phase of life you're in right now. Okay, so if you're in a certain emotion, if you're in a certain standpoint during that time, if you're serious right now, okay, we're gonna get all what do you call it, we're gonna get all government like or something like that. If we're serious, if we're goofy, we're gonna get all entertainment like. If we're in a space where we're really like reminiscing or something, we're gonna get into our religious line of sight and stuff, and they're like copying you. They're trying to replace you in real time. Is what was going on. Inserted themselves in your life over a subject matter, over an ending point, over just getting a one up on whatever it was to get, man. Because you just gotta understand who you are. I understand who I am. I devalued myself. That's what I did. That's what allowed them to do this. That's what allowed it to go far. I devalued myself. So I had to learn that lesson. Yeah, that's right. Haha. Don't ever do that to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it and stuff like that. But, there's no such thing as someone care that much though. There really isn't. Not to go that far. I mean, man, this is just crazy. We can go down the line of events. And really thought it was an easy W. Nah, man. Like y'all I don't want to say it, but it's like, dude, I like one upped a lot of people. I don't even want to like even flex because like it does shit. It makes people get mad and do more. But it's too late though. It's too late. You're not gonna fool me into thinking that I'm being delusional over what happened. No, you know very well that I know what happened. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, think about it. What if I could just say a name? What if I just said everyone's name and said, yeah, and blah, blah, blah. Like, that would be real good drama. What do you call it? Dateline, and not Dateline, what do you call it? I don't know, TBS or something. Not TBS, I don't know, PBS, something like that. Good show. Be a real good show. Be a really good TV show, you know what I'm saying? To just start dropping names and be like, yeah, and this person, you know what I'm saying? They're insecure, but they blah, 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 and they did this and that. And then, blah, blah, and just do it for kicks and giggles and stuff, but it's what people want is attention. Because you give them the attention, now they're gonna be validated to do more. See, we need to. I can't do that anymore. I think that's the part where they want me to shut up, where they're like, be quiet, because it's like, but I'm having trouble seeing that part. Where it's like, well, what am I saying that's wrong though? Because I feel like I'm not saying anything. I feel like I'm doing it good. Like I'm being boundary about it. I didn't say no one's name. Someone said Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. Shit, man. I mean, I'd have to say Cristiano, dude. He's taller. But yeah, man. I just didn't think it was that deep. You can't do that. I'm trying to play with someone's life, man, and then, you know what I'm saying, they gotta do what they gotta do. And you're really gonna believe that? Because people think I'd be capping. Like, when I actually cut someone off, no, you done. You done. You done. You done. That's only happened twice, and it's happened to the same, if we want to go about it in astrological terms, the same sign. Twice. Yep. Getting too diving into someone's energy, projecting, and now you want to act like they're dumb. No, you're taking it too far. You're not me. You're not close to me. You can't do nothing I can do. I've never seen you hit as many threes as me. I've never seen you run that quick. I've never seen you talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never know. I'm piggybacking. I do this, now they do it. I do that, now they're into it. It's like, come on, bro. It's like, and it wasn't a problem. It was just a cockiness behind it. That's all. Bro, I'm not like a wimp when it comes to like relationships and shit. I don't even be thinking about it like that. Y'all the ones who do it when you come with like that weirdo jealous energy that you try to play off, but it's too obvious. You just see through it. It's like you see through it already. Slick remarks and all that shit. It's like, damn, bro, just say the shit whack. You ain't gotta like actually be like mad about it. Just be like, yeah, man, it's kind of whack. Like, just actually be real about it, dude. Like, I don't know. That shit could have been fixed, man. Should have been no problem, bro. That shit don't make no sense, bro. So, this is why y'all be seeing no vids about dudes getting on the internet talking about, oh, I ain't got no friends or whatever. Because of stupid shit like this, bro. I'm gonna go out my way. But shout out to them out. I understand where they're coming from, but dude, whatever. I'm not gonna like place myself in that position, or when they be talking about, oh, this is why I'm not dating anymore or whatever. And like, yeah, whatever. Like, you can see where they're coming from, but it's like, you ain't gonna see me like make it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna make it look like you ain't into chicks or something. It's like, yeah, you are. You know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't gonna put yourself in like certain categories. Like, it's like prevention shit. I ain't about that. You know. You know, you can just acknowledge something for what it is, agree to disagree, and keep it pushing. That's kind of how the way I am. But yeah. And that's where they thought they were cute and laughing and grinning on cameras. But I don't know. That sounded like something. Maybe I'm tripping. It sounded like an animal. Yeah, I'm probably tripping. Okay. Did y'all hear that? Maybe I'm tripping. It sounded like a duck. Yeah, maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, using the yeah, see, even stuff like that. That's not is not. You're not hurting me. Do you know how I could use that as an example right now to just expose you, expose how weird you are? You know what I'm saying? Shout you out. It's all good, dog. It's all good, bro. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones who be showing where you at and shit like that, man. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I know how to take jokes and shit, bro. But watch how you see how intelligent someone is, man, because y'all gonna get got. You're scared when you leaving stuff like that. Just know that. You scared as hell when you be leaving a comment like that. You know you are. So it's all good. Shout you out. It's all good. I needed a good laugh today. It's all good. You know what's so funny? I knew that one was coming. I was waiting for that one too. Y'all be wild, bro. Hell no. Y'all be wild in here, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Watch how quick that's an educational purpose, man. Watch how quick you're like, hold on. Watch how quick that exposes you. You know what I'm saying? Watch how quick that exposes you. Certified. Yep, Goon Squad certified and shit like that. How is there a Goon Squad? How did that come about? Oh, wait, maybe we're not speaking about the same thing. What does that even mean? Because you know what I'm saying? I've heard of that before, but what really was that? Never looked into it. But yeah, man. Behind closed doors. Who knows what happens? You could be playing video games, you could be reading a book, you could be looking at things, you could be doing things. You know what I'm saying? You could be watching someone watch someone and shit like that. That's kind of, you know, the spectrum we're at here, you know. Just as bad, you know, probably worse, to be honest with you. Now you're the study point. Now you're the research topic, not this person. And now this person overtook you, gonna use you as an experiment, and gonna embarrass all your AI stupid what do you call it? Progressive what do you call it? The progressive income you thought you were gonna make on someone. That shit gonna get crushed, man. You're gonna get crushed. Cause why that word? Why not like another word? There's a lot of sexual words in the dictionary and stuff, you know, but why that one? Why that one pop up? Where did you get that word from? You know? Why that one? You know, where are you coming from? But it's all good. Which we will get into that, no? Yeah. You're onto something though. You're definitely onto something. Let me see. While meetings about one person. Oh, okay, so yeah. I guess that kinda goes with the one with church, how it's a collection, you know, and a lot of people speak on that. There's nothing wrong with church, but church is definitely a tool, a like a shield for them to use to validate everything that they're speaking on, when it comes to you know, taking action on an individual, you know, in order for their profit. You know, now they're going to look at it as like it's a validation, as if they're putting you into you. That's what they're doing, acting like it was validated. No, it wasn't. I heard the word what do you call it? Oh, it starts with the A. I got to get this word out. What was it? When you're it's going to bother me now. What's that one word when you're but it ain't me, but they try to say that's what I was, and that's why they took it as if I had to learn a lesson or something like that. I'm trying to think of the word. Oh man, that's gonna bother me. I can't think of it. I can't think of it. I can't think of it. Oh, I must have said something wrong. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't. All this time and you could have gave someone a hint about what's going on. You still ain't gonna tell someone. You know, they got to figure it out all by themselves. That's crazy. What do you mean by that, Gilbert? So that's what happened. An outcome was expected on me. I'm not supposed to be here. You know, I've said it many times before. And those of you who know. Because at the end of the day, we never really know who's behind these profiles. Hopefully it's legit. Hopefully it's you know, genuine or whatever. But for the most part, it is. Yep. He says super Skyline. Oh yeah, real Skyline. Skyline flights and everything. Yep. All across city to city. Yeah. You know, and that's sad. Should have seen the look on their face, man. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I don't know. Are you good? Like that, like it's validated. So it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad, not if it was done for a purpose. And even if this person is being full of shit, knowing damn well they have a habit or whatever, right? They can still justify educationally, especially if they get on a roll with it and stuff like that. So it's temperament. It's something that's private actually, and it just shows how perverted and weird people are. You know, where they're coming from, why they do what they do, why they hop on here with intentions to speak on that immediately. You're always gonna get, you know, something. You're always gonna get a different peripheral over here when it comes to that. You know, so someone could be doing worse things though. In fact, people are always doing worse things. Maybe we should talk about that. Yeah, but this was all to mind box someone in, and this is where we're kind of coming from right now, where necessarily this is not really that. Didn't have to be, but I'm coming from a standpoint of, well, it's time to get stabilized now. I think like the experimenting, the subliminal, indirect validating of research as if that's what it really was, but you're just forced to turn it into that, over that, because that's a starting point of what this even became. Is someone is weirdoed out, infatuated. Someone was highly infatuated with me and took it too far. You know what I'm saying? So, that's sick. That's sick. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I think like right now, like just considering the in between points of how slick some people thought they were, I might actually take action. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like illegally and shit like that. So we'll see what I can do there. Or, you know, but someone said something about it might make the news. It could if I like wanted to go that far. And if these jokes, which are validated actually, so I'm not gonna get mad, can hype me up and shit like that, then I mean, you kind of got no choice but to and stuff like that. People are weird. especially if they know what's actually going on. But if you gotta know though, so you're weird, and weird is an understatement. You're what do you call it? You're kind of like an attempted murderer. Actually, you really are. Everyone who knew about this and participated. You can't. So what is this I'm hearing from an internet team speaking on? Yeah, this person inserted something in you. How's that possible? So I need questions. I need answers on that. Because people ain't gonna be talking out the ass anymore. Especially if I got, because who heaven knows how far it went with that person in real life, all the way from them years. I'm talking 9 years ago. And hitting people up from the internet. You don't know how far people went, man. You don't know if people hit up people from the internet and they had and they all came together, flew to go have meetings on me, man. I don't want to think. I didn't ever thought I was like, no, I didn't. That's not being gullible. That's me literally just, I don't have a mind like that. That's has nothing to do about being gullible or being naive, bro. Y'all are just, bro, what could be the starting point to like, yeah, let me do that? It's got to be money, then. It's just got to be. And just hush and be quiet. It's got to be what it is. I can't think. And then they're miserable. I know they are. Any person who used to be cool with me and you had the nerve to try to backdoor me, know damn well it didn't work. You miserable right now. I know you're miserable. You're miserable. And you're going to continue to be miserable until the day I'm gone. You know that. You done. You just know that. You done. And you know it too, bro. You screwed. You'll always remember me, but I don't give a damn clue about you, though. Because I cut it off the right way. And you were in the wrong. You don't go that far just because you were angry or something like that. Or because you had something happen to you and now you want to get revenge or something. You know what I'm saying? That's foul. You hit up like so many people, did so much with so many people just to try to get someone to be in a sunken place. It didn't work and now you want revenge, man? Get on out of here. Get on out of here, man. Weak. Tell me you ain't weak. I need someone in real life to get up on here, you know what I'm saying, and quit playing around. Because I be showing myself here, you know what I'm saying? Show me how you ain't weak. Show me how this was to help me. Show me how you had any good intentions for me. You didn't. You did the most to try to put someone down. And the craziest part is like there were days when this person didn't even care to know that they were walking into a trap and still came out crystal clean and shit, man. Y'all be lacking, bro. Y'all putting too much efforts in. Over with money that you stole and shit like that, and profits you made fraudulently. Who's been making fake identity names of me on Google and shit too? You're gonna get got. I don't even care who you are. You're gonna get got. You are gonna be done for. You're gonna be gone. You're gonna be boxed in for a long time. You don't do that to someone like me. You don't identity steal my energy and shit and think you're gonna use it. You're gonna face repercussions. Any single person who doing that, you're gonna face repercussions. Don't do that to me. I'm gonna get up here every day until that shit's done. Because right now, those who seem to have a problem with me being up on here, well, you acting like something's gonna get better if I don't say nothing. I don't see that. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Maybe I could reach a stopping point. Be disciplined in that area that homeboy was talking about there. Because remember, that was an experiment on y'all, and it worked, and y'all got. Every single one of you got exposed bad. Tell me I ain't lying. I need someone to tell him, go up there and say I'm lying. Instead of getting mad and making an indirect live stream, tell me how I'm not lying. You have enough time. I'm gonna still be on there. Make a fake channel, and then leave a comment, talk about why I'm lying. How am I lying? You all got exposed. And not only that, you were even seeing it from a God perspective. I kid you not, I'm going to say that this person didn't intentionally do that either. I kid you not. So I'm not in the wrong because I did not intentionally make that an experiment. But it turned into one because I got everyone's reaction out of what they thought was going to be an ending point, an outcome that didn't happen. No, it just showed what energies and what everyone was into. Your skeletons got looked at too. You know that, right? You know your actions get looked at too, right? So It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that. Tell me what the starting point, the stopping point, the action point, the ending point to what you just said there is. I'm more sober than you. Prove to me you're sober. What does that mean? I'm for real. I don't, this is why, man, listen. I don't be thinking like y'all. And it's a bad thing. It's a good thing too. I like it better that way. I do. That don't make no sense. I had to tell someone else that who was trying that projection scam over there in Clearwater too. I had to sat him down. Sat him down. He got sat the fuck down. Trying to do that projection nonsense. How are you gonna steal from me? I'm the actual original. Well, it's good. It's good to do things in moderation. Shorted me on what? Shorted me on caring enough, caring as much as you about what other people think. I don't know what that means. So why are you saying that? I don't know where you're coming from. This person here just said racist or something like that. How am I racist? I'm the right background, having a collection mixed, right, to end racism. Actually, I'm the opposite. There's never racism around me. I'm the right person. I'm actually the right person as a whole to end racism. Carl got their feelings hurt. Who hurt your feelings? Yeah, it's true to the blue person gaslighting. Type menstrual show on YouTube. It'll show why you're a racist. How? Don't make no sense. Yeah, you wish I was. White Christmas. I ain't crying. Y'all are the ones crying. Is it this? I don't know. Getting off topic of what I'm supposed to be talking about, bro. That's sad. I gotta get better at that. I'm not the best at this, so yeah, just know that. Let me. I've been going on for a minute. Let me just go kind of end this. Yeah, solutions. Bother them more. What did I put them? Bothers them more than they bother me. Subconscious mistakes dictate next move. I wonder what thought process I was coming in from there. But nah, the reason I'd be saying that it'd be weak is because they went out of their way to use technology. You went out of your way to go even more into trying to break someone down when not only was their starting point or where they came from a lower place than you anyway, based upon something that was done in the past due to this person actually having a higher awareness than you anyway, like this idiot right here. I'm a higher awareness than you. That's why you're watching me. I'm a higher awareness than all of you, actually. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't know what that means over here. You can't tell me what I am. How am I high? Prove it. Why? Who? And let's say that makes no sense. That makes no sense. When anytime anyone tries to tell me you're high, you're high. You don't love yourself. You care too much about someone else. That's like, oh, you drink water. You're just looking at the way someone looks, dude, or like it's not even that. You have no clue what you're talking about over here, bro. That shit don't fly over here. Yeah, you get off the drugs, buddy. You're high. Real shit. You're high as hell, bro. That's why you can't be over here and show yourself. You know? But it's okay. That's okay. Substances is something that you can't really so I say that can shut the bone. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Oh, there he goes saying the same thing I say. Yeah, he just lost what do you call it? Attention points. You don't get attention no more. Anytime, you can't debate with the dude, especially a dude, and then they're gonna just you can see it typing it the way they say it too, where they're just gonna mimic what you say. You're projecting. You don't know how to debate, man. Get on out of here. You're not worth talking to. You're the type of person where I'll slap you in the face and then you will give me a handshake right after or something. You ain't nothing, dude. You ain't nothing, dude. You know what I'm saying? How long you been waiting to get on here to say that, bro? You premeditated this. Every thought and feeling you're having, I already had that, bro. You don't know how to think ahead like me. You don't know how to come up with new things to watch or just new actions in general. What's your channel about, though? I won't hate. Maybe I'm judging right away. I haven't met you before. Greetings from Turkey. I see Mr. Herbert behind you. God bless. God bless you, too. Thanks for joining, everybody. We're about to get on out of here. Nah, you're just trying to piss me off, bro. You're trying to ruin a vibe, man. You don't even know what, like, expand, man. Like, elaborate more. Use more sentences. Expand your grammar a bit, man. Y'all will never be able to label me in nothing, bro. I got very good punctuation skills, grammar, English, everything. I'm very good with vocabulary. Never. You're just a sad person. But anyway, yeah. Starting point just basically, I don't know, man. These people came from a position where they already had more than you. So there's just something inside of you. I don't know. I really don't know, man. You hear a lot of people who who are set apart kind of speak about things like this, man, and how it comes about, and it's like it's just so crazy, like the way it happened over here, because you already saw like all the stories before it like actually happened, and you already woke up and resonated with it before those actions actually took place, you know. So it's just crazy to think about it. But yeah, they convinced themselves they could actually take you out and then replace you and be you, and that's what the bet was. That's exactly what the bet was. So that's what they're gonna get exposed for, and so much more. Everything in between that came. So in the meantime, there's a lot of because what I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna have to file a restraining order against one person in real life. I kid you not. I might have to actually file a restraining order. I kid you not. Never in my life did I ever think I'd have to do that. No big deal. Just file it and keep it pushing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a big deal. I just never thought like it would actually be that far. I never thought like, so I don't know, that's kind of easy to handle, you know? I'm grateful for who it made me, though. I'm talking homie didn't even budge me, bro. Homie didn't even budge me. You spent all that money, dude, to do that? For that long? You didn't even budge me, bro. They're gonna sit in a chair with shades and act like he's a shit. No, you ain't. You didn't grow taller. You didn't do nothing, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing. That's crazy. That's got had to have been the doppelganger, though. Had to have been. Had to have been. Like I said, I don't be upset. I don't get upset. Y'all act like people, other people's live streams don't get trolled, or if they don't say things on there too. I've seen some very nasty, discriminative things on people's stuff. You know, should be crazy. You got awful at trolling too. And to come on your thing and like, shut up, shut up. People stupid, bro. Like, damn, look at what you're doing with your spare time. It's crazy. Josie9, hello. You know, but you know, this ain't for everybody anyway, man. Oh yeah, because that's real scary too. When people just bored and just got it, they got it good, but they just envy someone. I don't know. Got spare time? They're like, hey, yeah, man, you know, we can. Not over here, man. It didn't work, dude. Some people try to come in as a hero. Nah, man. It's about space, dude. It's definitely about like freedom and like accessibility and shit. And that's kind of where I'm coming from, you know. So it's a blessing and a curse, man. You know, that's why it's like that word collection or whatever. It's like it's kind of true because when you have kind of like a collection of every category, yeah, it's a blessing because like you get the best of both worlds. You probably meet more people than most people. You probably get more opportunities than most people. I know I do, but you get stagnated in areas that shouldn't be stagnated, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's easier for your average Joe person to just like get a job and stuff like that, you know, or to move up higher. And you're like, what? And it's like, but it's like you understand. Well, I don't go what because I understand like who I am and stuff like that. So that's what exposes these people is when they go as far as to try to show you as if it means something because it would have meant something to them if it were the opposite way. And that's not where we're coming from. This person's a higher awareness than you, and you should just respect it. And because if you're not, they can still sit you down, even if you're, a higher position in whatever it is that you could be doing, whether it be a business, whether it be, you know, like a classification, a ranking system, whatever it be. You don't. That doesn't mean you have some sort of authoritative. And I could really be flexing, but it's like I'm not trying to. I don't want to. I don't want to. Literally don't want to. So I won't say things that I could and get real intellectual. I show you where my education is. One of a kind, Mari. That is my job. Be me. What's your job? Not you? AI? Something like that? Premeditated trolling with comments and shit like that. It's sad, man. All that money to try to be someone, though. That's what I'm saying, man. Like we're all in the same position. That's why I don't understand why they're trying to use that as some like trying to like hurt somebody trait or something. You know? You gotta understand where someone came through, like went through. Now don't get me wrong. I'd say right now, literally right now, is the time where it's like, no, okay, yeah, we need to get stabilized now, yeah. Me personally, on a real note, I do need to get my own spot. I do, you know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong, there were efforts I could have put in areas, but there's reason I couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. But, yeah. I'm being real chill in this. I'm being a little too chill. I get heated up. Like I was real heated up. Like before this live, I was real upset. I was ready to go in and shit, and I was like, man, just wait, just wait. I am asking God, not even trying to be corny, man. I gotta get better. I know how to get better. I know what not to do, and it's simple. It's a mechanism. It's what separates people from their what they believe within a mechanism. It's a simple mechanism. We got some interesting folks on here. But yeah, man. Especially considering, like, y'all would never understand. This is for those who know, like real people who made impacts. Y'all, even if you're a content creator here or something like that, and you may know about this scenario, but it's not like that specific. You don't want to get into details, but you know of it. You were like, damn, yeah. I mean, like it. I've never seen it like that before. That could only, you people always whining over anything. What am I whining about? Clowning, but I don't know. I can't even respond to you. I can't take it seriously. But yeah, man. You know, definitely something new. I'm just not worried at all. Like I'm always straight. I'm always straight. Gonna be even better too soon. I just, you know what I'm saying? I think I just gotta get more persistent in this, because I've just been kind of, it's not more so lackadaisical. There's just too many areas where it's that collection thing. It's too much. You ever think about making videos showing the world how America? No, too many people did that already, and they got real good camera footage and everything. So there's really no point in me doing it. I'd have to go a different route about things, like maybe just do like voiceovers or something. You know, try to do something different or whatever. Yeah, everyone, you know what I'm saying, depending on the phase where it goes with the script or how far it goes, because that's where everyone messed up, is it went too far. It went too far, and they didn't think it'd go this far, because the script was supposed to be done during a certain date. That's what I'm trying to say. All this Eastern and nonsense, star or whatever shit like that, these are just another word for just someone who's infatuated with someone. That's all it is, man. Looked into your shit and stuff like that, and infatuated. I thought y'all's label was supposed to be something cool, so why are you trying to make it look like you labeling someone? So yeah, because those people have help now. What people? They always had help. You say because those people have help now. Those people already had help. They always had help. And I don't even know what people you're talking about. So your question's not applicable, because I don't be thinking about other people and what they have. I just acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm close to them, you know what I'm saying? Be cool about it. It is what it is, man. I don't be thinking like y'all. Not saying that what you said was bad, but I don't think about stuff like that, because now you speaking about materials. You're coming from a space of material and what people have and stuff like that. I already had that. I already had a car. I already had a house. I already had a home. I already felt comfortable. I already been in that space. I already compared myself to that. I already utilized that. I already did all that. So it's like, oh, okay, you said my fault. I just said the homeless people that made videos said, and you said I can't do what they do. Then you said what people. Okay, I get what you're saying. My fault. Turing says materialism is cancer. What, like a sickness? Because I've been seeing that word a lot lately. You talking about the element, or are you talking about like the sickness? I don't mind fishing. You know what I'm saying? I'll most probably watch someone do it instead of me actually do it, though. All right, let's finish this up, yo. Last time I'm gonna repeat this, all right? I know I've been over here eating chocolate, stuffing my face in front of you. Caramel awake chocolate. It's a special type though. But I gotta chill out though, because I really ain't got it like that right now. I ain't got it like that right now, so I gotta budget better and shit like that. We're in that type of time in right now. Some things we can do without. I don't feel like, what was that homeboy talking about? Crying or whatever? I don't think I am. I think you are. When when it really gets down to it, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I think it's actually you crying. This is what it is. I can show you. It's I don't know if you can see that. All right, with the owl. You already know, right? But yeah, they did too much, man. You have to be in a certain type of space to collaborate, even with a sprinkle on someone else's behalf. And just knowing that, you know where someone's peripheral is and what they're looking at. So when they try to make you all paranoid and shit like that, just put yourself in their mind. And then it's a collection of them. That's why even when it came to gang stalking, I finally overcame that and just, now don't get me wrong, someone said that shit doesn't stop, and that may be true, but when I say that I overcame it and I destroyed it, not destroyed it, but you get what I'm saying, or you kind of did destroy it, because even if it's still happening, you surpassed a space that kind of mind tricked them. So it's kind of, you did it in reverse. I don't know how to say it, but that's what's going on now. They mad about that because they can't get me with that. That shit don't exist in my life anymore. Because I subconsciously trained my mind. That shit don't work. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna flex on nothing, because it's like, they be hypocrites when it comes to the tool department, if you get what I'm saying. They be hypocrites when it comes to the tool department. Y'all know what I'm saying. You can't be a hypocrite. You can't do that. That ain't fair. People get used to asking for help instead of making a way and sharing the story. Right, man. Even, like, I'm awful at asking for help. Now, what are y'all even leaving in the comments here? What does that mean? If someone tell me what that joke is, I don't get the joke. I don't get the joke. But yeah, where was I? Because I was speaking on the collection of spaces. Yeah, that's why the paranoia thing don't work either. So when things didn't continue to work, they just have to cheat. Just use technology. That's weak. That's weak, man. Using technology is weak. You using AI and shit like that to premeditate guilt trip comments on this person's platform to mind box them in. I'm aware enough to tell you that's what you're doing. You lost. And that grim grit shit is weak. Oh, your channel. Oh, that's that pre-automated. What do you call it? That progressive passive income shit. That's mine. That's my business. So I'm gonna steal. I'm gonna take, not steal. I'm gonna take that from you. That's mine. You took that from my energy and then turned it into a passive income as a part of someone's energy on a fluctuation, wave frequency. Literally, I'm for real. These people stealing, bro. Siphoning from technology. I'm for real. I'm not lying to you. That's what it is. So we question how that happened. It fires me up when I hear about so and so, because they be acting a clown when they be on this platform about the gossip shit. About someone had a baby and all this shit. Y'all be tripping someone out, man. That shit was serious to me when I heard that. I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's crazy, yo. Y'all crazy, man. You can't tell me someone ain't been cool with that, bro. Like, no, but any other person, bro, there's no such thing as that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no such thing as this, bro. Even if you're getting nothing out of this, it's like you've never even seen anyone like even talk like this. I can't do anything about who I am. I'm just eating chocolate. I should honestly, I know I shouldn't be stuffing my face in front of everybody. Eric left the clown emoji. Man, help me, dude. Help me. Help me. Help me, Eric. Help me. Teach me your ways. I'm for real. Teach me your ways, man. For everyone who calls me goofy, what's up, little man? Shit, man, you gotta take me to the gym, bro. Or another phone on YouTube, right? Make it make sense. The audio was bad. Oh, you gotta ask Eric. Help with not being a clown, I guess. I do need help with that. I could use help. You like that one? Yeah, I thought I was gonna get mad. Oh no. Not bad for a collection, but yeah. That's kinda it. But yeah, this is the reaction to how to take down a couple groups. There's still a lot of stronger standing groups that's really good at playing both sides and shit, so it's kind of hard to tell who really rocking with someone. I really appreciate those who you know, whatever way you just, you know, even if you know what I'm saying, it's just whatever this is to you. A lot of you probably don't care, it's entertainment or whatever, but I appreciate that. You won't know, then be happy, America's getting ready, blah blah blah. Whatever, man. That's what you think for yourself, man. I ain't got a mindset like that. You left all these negativity. Now that how come that ain't playing in my life though? Gabe said he told me. How'd you troll me? Where you from? The north. I'm from the northwest territory. That's where I'm from. The Northwest Territory. Yep. Northwest Territory. What you know about that? Have you learned anything about that in geography? Where are you from? Thank you for leaving the comment, dumb. So basically, there was a scenario being played out right next to me, but in between the walls. And it sounded like the complete vocals of someone in which I trust. And it seemed what played out in a more expansive space, in third person if you want to call it, is what seemed like a replacement mechanism. Not really something I felt, but something where it really like that's what it was. That correlates exactly with what this person kind of said. Kind of, but not really. But it refers to actions and what you're doing. You think the younger self is happy about you? I think the younger self wouldn't even question that. I think the younger self came from a space where they had to get reminded. They got reminded. And that's why it's so hard to go full throttle on some areas where you are upset, the real reason. But you can't go all the way though. Because personally, I know how that reminding happened, you know? But it wasn't on their volition as if that was their outcome specifically for you anyway. Well, you know, the thing is, Philly tripling, or trifling, or some people already have these characteristics and traits. You know what I'm saying? Um, I said the word collection. Yeah, I mean, I wish there were areas where it's like obviously you should have been way more disciplined, bro. There's no question about it. You can't question that. But like I said before, considering where I'm at right now, my intellect, where I hold myself to a regard, especially considering everything I went through, I'm actually am proud of myself. I'm glad because I went through. I have expansive rights is what I call them. I got expansive rights. I got the keys to expansive rights, to get the gates of expansive rights, and a lot of people, some people, I mean, people on the internet got it. You'll see a lot of spiritual people who already had that and shit. I'll just call it a different term. But, when I see you coming from a standpoint of trying to make it seem like this person's a downgrade and they could have done more, I see where you're coming from, where you're coming from. But where this person's coming from is we are not boxed in like that. So we don't use plaques, or we don't use project completion papers and graduation programs and things as a validation. That's actually kind of dwindling down now. Shout out to, and now I'm not trying to you can't speak down on anyone. That's an accomplishment. You gotta always respect that. But what's making you lose respect for the people that you should be respecting in that department is that they're not respecting either. Because these be the very same people using technology against the ones that are actually creative and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? A downgrade can only refer to if I'm happy with where I'm at and the way I look at it. It has nothing, no downgrade, upgrade has nothing to do with another person in my life. Has never, ever had anything to do with another person. Because they're still the same spirit, but in a different, not the same spirit, but their spirits can still be categorized where they can't really do it to you. That's a signature right there. And by default, that defaults someone into positions of authority or whatever, even if they look like a child, they look like a kid, they look like someone who don't really know, or even look like they're in a position where they can't barely even rub two nickels together, but they're still looked and seen as respectable. And you see it play out in life too. You can see that they actually are. I'm the real deal though. People can say, you can get on here and troll all you want and try to downgrade somebody. I'm about to get on out of here. But hey man, someone just doesn't hop out of bushes and just talk like, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to. This is the way I sound, so I come across as someone as a know-it-all. No, I'm not a know-it-all. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not Mr. Shit Don't Stank or shit like that. This is just who I am. There's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? I think some of you, especially the content creators, man, like you take offense to it or something, or think that I'm someone who is arrogant or something, and it's like, no, I'm not. I really am not. I'm not. I promise you. I'm not. Not that it matters. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna. Y'all, what he said, dog eat dog, bro. Because I've seen the things that people tried. Just you know what I'm saying. Just don't be acting a fool when you thought this person wasn't intelligent enough to actually see it. No, I saw it. I let you know. Indirectly that I knew. It's cool about it too. I mean, a lot of dudes crash out, use it for attention. They'd use it for attention. They throw a title up on the, name up in the title. I learned my lesson with that, and it wasn't a harsh lesson at all. I could have kept going. This is a free country. I could say names on here. What's you know what I'm saying? It's just this whole take offense to it. Now we're gonna file and all that. Man, people, man, listen. Imagine someone doing something to you and then they over here filing paperwork on you, man. You fraud, trying to save face and stuff like that. And then you have another pocket of it with a group that's trying to make you think that's what's going on. So you gotta give someone grace, man, because look at the different angle attacks that these groups be doing, man. Thank you, that Big Will. I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, it may seem like I'm all over the place and shit. It may seem like I can't, get my words together and stuff like that. But man, one thing I know for sure is I'm not being delusional. I can see if you're trolling or not. I'll take a look at that later if I remember. I'll give you the time. Why not? I got it. You know what I'm saying? Get on at it soon in a bit. Let me see who that is. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I can't look that up. But yeah, let me go ahead and end it there. I wish I was more consistent with the no stops, because that makes me keep repeating the same thing. But I mean, I'm glad I was in a kind of a chill attitude. I was kind of gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Because it seems like people really feed off that. They feed off, being upset. I noticed that too. Is like they'll throw a little more views if you're upset or angry or something, so they can. But it's like I'm not. That's not the case. Don't be a hater just because someone be up here. That one dude exposed himself talking about, oh, why you another person who thinks he's a live streamer. No, I don't think about that. Don't get upset. You know what I'm saying? Because someone could just do this out their own volition. You acting like you're doing too much to make it seem like someone cares so much or something, which I'm gonna have to care anyway. I'm tired of man, people just taking, man, taking. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any thoughts on that. I think too many people are trying to place a thought into someone about it, and I'm questioning why. I'm questioning why people do sick things to people. It's a disgusting world. Philly trifling. I probably butchered your name, but I don't. I know I pronounced Philly right. Philly trifling. Trifling. Yeah, all gas, no brakes. Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's the only thing I should be, ashamed of, is not staying consistent. Things could have lined up really good, Yeah, you're late in here, man. So the question is, what are you even questioning? You're too late. Run it back, all right? Leaving retarded comments and shit. When is the end? You just popped up, man. You weren't even watching. You only watched for 30 seconds. It's that dude wouldn't have his name. You're talking about. Run it back, bro. Or maybe to get some sleep. Maybe you just woke up. I don't know what time it is where you're at, but it's probably time for me to get off on out of here, because we do got things to unfortunately do in like an hour. The time just flies, man. I didn't think I'd be on here for 2 hours. So, yep, they failed at putting someone in the spiritual box. I just had to let them know real quick. You know what I'm saying? And doing the most, man. I'm gonna have to find out who it is that yeah, you're right, because I already kicked your ass. So go ahead and get on out of here, dude. Right? You're right. There ain't no running shit back. You can't run nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta quit playing, man. Quit playing with people. Trolling is stupid. It's dumb. Yeah, get on out of here. You know what I'm saying? What kind of name is that, dude? Y'all had some awful things happen to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Who did that to you? You never knew, huh? You never knew who even helped you get out or nothing. You just didn't know. Just covered in everyone's crap. Y'all feel bad for you. All you can do is, you know what I'm saying, try to take it out on someone. They already saw it coming. Probably the person who did it to you. Heaven even knows. I don't even want to know. I don't know. You're trying to give me a little hints about something? You can just go ahead and tell me. I don't know what you're trying to say, man. If there's something you need to tell me, just be a man and tell me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for mind games, y'all. Come on, man. This is me tired. Questioning why you like doing all of that, man. It's like little kid stuff. Yep. Why, you gonna come bring me some cookies or something? What are you gonna do? What, you wanna have a sleepover? What the hell is your problem, man? Stupid ass people, bro. What are y'all doing, man? Yeah, what am I doing? Let me just get on out of here. But yeah, man, it's like, I'm upset at how, like, harder I'm not going out about this. Like, I hate how I'm making it feel like it's all chill and shit. But it's kind of funny, too, because I know it's, like, making them, like, like mad, like it's like, damn, y'all didn't even get what y'all wanted type shit. That's crazy, dude. It's like, I don't even want to say it. Last time I said that SAVAGE word, they got mad. So I'm not gonna say that word, bro. But y'all got, yeah, y'all got owned. You got owned. Y'all got. I'm talking in real life. Y'all can do the tricks and giggles on here. I'm not. It's easy to disregard that. I'm talking about in real life, military, agency, NSA, whatever the hell y'all, man, y'all got owned, bro. Y'all got owned. It's like, all right, time to go at it. I don't know. No, I'll probably do it right after this. But yeah, man. As an experiment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be careful, man. You got to be careful of things and the reasons you leave things up here, man. You know, just the talking points and stuff like that. I got a bunch of things on here. Lying about the strength within themselves. Meetings on regard as someone else, and they got all sorts of ways to cover it up, all the way down to illusions and cloaks and stuff like that. They got all sorts of cloak and stuff. You sure it ain't the other way around? You put me on there? I don't know who you're talking about. Apparently, there's a bunch of people trying to claim me as I don't even know. This dude called Humpty Dumpster talking about you cracked, man. You was pretty dumb as heck, man. You cracked. You fell down the wall and shit like that, bro. Not me. How did I crack? I didn't crack. Nah, it depends how it's made. Shit like that. Don't put the yolk in there and stuff. You said you're a mom. Well, shout out to all the moms. That'd be caring. Not Karen. Caring. Shout out to all the moms that be caring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what the reaction is, because I'm kind of, though that's where I'm taking an L. Where I know I'm taking an L is just consistently trying to, like, I don't know. Well, I'm not, though, because it's like, man, listen, doing nothing and acting like you're gonna sit here and wait for someone to try to tell you what's gonna happen is not getting it done. That ain't getting it done. That ain't getting it done. Man, I haven't worked out in like a year, dude. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This is what I'm trying to say. Y'all all here gotta understand. This is me at my lowest right now. 100%, not even capping. This is me at my lowest. Because of things that happened that progressed that allowed for too far and shit like that. Yeah, man, you can get on out of here with that. Don't be saying a bunch of lies on my shit, bro. I'm gonna get you on out of here. Let's remove that. Little bitch ass nigga. I'm leaving stupid shit on there, man. You can get on out of here. I don't play them stupid stuff. I'll be leaving dumb stuff, trying to project, not even project, just trying to, like, just being ridiculous, dude. What are you doing? What are you talking about stupid shit? Was that the title? Next time if I make it the title, then we can talk about stuff like that, man. But other than that, yeah, you just stay in your lane, dude. You know what I'm saying? Come correct or something like that, but you just don't go right out and be saying like stuff like that, man. I ain't mad. It's just, just don't go too far with things. Gotta respect ourselves at the end of the day and shit like that. It's not deep. It's not bad or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We're grown adults, but it's like it's not that. It has nothing to do with the subject matter. It's like, bro, you're not respecting someone, bro. And I gotta ask myself, why you going that far with it? You know what I'm saying? Because now I can't tell if people be legit or if they're trolling. When you got this brother, when you're down, you always up, man. What's up, bro? What's up, man? All that left is up. Yeah. So it's all good, man. But yeah, that some sense of energy through a phone shit. Where that dude over there just That's like weirder than weird type shit. That's why I had to get rid of him. That was like stupid. True, yeah, yeah. Let me not cap. You know what I'm saying? I'm shocked. I'm see everyone keep talking about this Oliver Tree and trying to like relate it to me. Why? Sorry, I had to say it. Which rest in peace, you know. But that was live streams ago and shit. I don't know what y'all mean by all of that. I'm gonna have to look into him. What does that have to do with me? What isn't he? Doesn't he got the coconut head haircut or off Ned's Declassified? Which they've been doing him dirty too. They've been making vids on him and following him around. Ain't he homeless too? That's what I'd be trying to say. Is you trolls be so stupid when y'all be trying to like put someone down or talk about, oh, they look like they're high or something stupid, or oh, they're homeless or something. But I don't understand. There's millions of people who are in that space too, and don't know how to at least make it look representational or whatever. So I don't know why attack someone who's at least trying to progress within stuff, you know, whether it's true or not. Uh, we got to question why you're coming from that space, you know, why you're coming from where you're coming from. But yeah, you know that's what happens when people get exposed, and you can't accept gifts. Well, okay, so what am I missing? Because maybe I'm missing something. Why you want to take? I don't know what you're talking about. Why you want to take me? What are you talking about? Died 2 helicopter crash and the pilots were professional. Crazy work. When he wanted his label to drop him. I didn't know that's a way. Okay, I don't know. You're trying to send a YouTube gift. Oh. I don't. Do I even have access to that? I don't know. I appreciate that though. Thank you. But I'll have to see if I even have access to that yet. I don't think I applied to that. You double-faced intron. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, I forgot what that word means. Are you even using it correctly? But yeah. Okay, y'all spamming Oliver Tree, but yeah, shout out Oliver Tree. Shout out. Okay, Michael. Shout out Oliver Tree. Shout out. No, that's sad that he went out like that, though. I didn't know that's the way it was, though. But helicopters, Oliver Tree. I have to look. Yeah, I forgot. I have to look into him later. He was doing a documentary on the North Pole, and in the credited bloopers, he mentioned he only had 2 weeks left. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I could look into that. Yeah. I like I said before, I already said it last live. Like I knew, like I've heard of him. I probably heard a song or two, but I wasn't like looking him up or something. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was featured on like a EDM artist, a song or something. That's how I knew about him. But I never said I have a familiar face, but we never met before. Montana, Florida, Texas. If you ever dropped in them states? Eventually, yeah, I do have I'm around. So not even on the internet, I do have a familiar face. Facts about that. Facts on that. Can't hide that, unfortunately. What is up, Eddie? Heck yeah, man. Y'all up late or waking up early or whatever, you know. So but yeah, you know, make sure, you know, if you're in this right now, just make sure to run it back. This is much more serious than, you know, as chill as I made it, because I mean, like, I'm over here making it seem like what people did the most out of shit, and I'm just over here chilling, making it look like it was nothing and shit. When it was, man, when people put you through the gauntlet, dude. He said, I'm sure you were the guy who helped me load up a new washing machine. Nope, nothing to do with that. But I get the joke with what you're saying, though. It's cute. It's okay. It's cute. Keep being cute. Cute. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Mine ain't. So maybe you're talking about yourself or something. I don't know what you're talking about. That made no sense at all. Get rid of that. Yeah, I don't know. Back to talk about TikTok, conspiracy. People say he was murdered. He was in the same record labels. Yeah, man. I don't know. You know what they say about You know what they say. I'm not gonna sit here and kick what everyone says. "Oh, the music industry. I don't know the music." You know what I'm saying? You already heard it from everybody. So, that's the type of person I am. When you already heard it, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to reword it. All right. I got my own little ways. You know what I'm saying? No point. What's been said ain't got to be said again. And that's the way I roll. That's one thing about me over here. That's why I come a little different. That's why I seem a little quirky. I can't stand repeating what someone else has already done. Homie already got the channel on Bible verses. He got that covered. Homie already got the vids on astrology or whatever. He already got that covered. They already got the vids on experiences. They already got that covered, bro. Okay, so I don't be up in here like reversing or rewording what people do or something like that. I'm not a copycat. That's where they be tripping with this shit too. I'm gonna get into the next live, man, because it's a lot I want to throw down on here where they be tripping about the trying to act like, oh no, it's really you that's trying to copy someone, because they went ahead and went as far as exposing a mirror tactic on notification listen to someone or some shit like that. So now when you are tuning into something, oh, the narrative is, oh, you want to be them or something. That's crazy, bro. You see how deep they went with it? This is someone who set that up. They set it up. I'm on to them. I'm on to them. Been on to them. I kind of know. My problem is fluctuation with stagnations and shit like that. So they're gonna use a desire, a weakness, a desire against you. Uncalled for too. It wasn't right. No, it was unapplicable. It was unapplicable. And then trying to save face in a way to make it seem like it was what do you call it? A benefit. Where whatever benefit it is that you're trying to say it is, whether it has a benefit to do with rights, whether it has a benefit to do with freedom. This person figuring out, well, nah, they could have eventually accumulated that gift, that benefit in their own, within having that rank set up anyway, within who they were, because they would have never did that to that person in the first place. They did it because they knew eventually they would reach that point. You know what I'm saying? Well, what is? I don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue what y'all talking about. Okay, so let me question why you leave comments like that. So what's the outcome you're trying to get from that? What does that mean to you? What does that have to do with me? Expand, because you're not helping yourself at all. I'm gonna just take whatever you're saying and make it look at least a more I don't know, educational. Other than that, man, just disregard that. It doesn't matter. Smoking a cigarette, drinking water, eating food. What's it to you? Getting blood taken out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like what's it to you? Taking vitamins. What's it to you? That's where y'all always get caught. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter whether you're trying to throw me off or something, man, because I already know that's what it is anyway. It's about, well, this channel, if you were wondering, because I don't blame you for wondering. I'd wonder too. It's about how to overcome what people do to you, how to respond to what people do to you. It has nothing to do with what you do to yourself. Whatever it is you do to yourself, that's between you and God. That's between what you guys, whatever religion, whatever y'all want to even be into. That's my way of looking at it. It's unpopular. It's something that a lot of people don't like to hear when I break it down like that. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of people say the word God, right? A lot of people say the word God when they get caught doing the things they do. You know what I'm saying? They get caught, now they're forced to face consequences when they get caught. And they talk about, oh, God help me. It's like, what? What are you talking about, man? You just try to destroy someone, you got caught, got put in a box, and then want to talk about, oh, God help me, while in the same breath plotting a revenge. Y'all are crazy. You are like actually crazy. Cause I just look at y'all as like it ain't really y'all. It's someone else who like sent y'all to make it look like this is what this person be about or whatever. And I'm letting you know right now, it's weak. Anyone intelligent just looks at that, and be like, oh, okay, let's just listen to what he's saying. He's just exposing how stupid the actual perpetrator who be sending dumbasses like y'all and shit like that. You know, except for those who are real, shout you out or whatever. But you just don't come in here like that. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Look at this dude talking about, can you save a fart in a jar? What kind of stupid shit are you talking about, dude? That's what you're thinking about at 3 a.m. in the morning? It's not even funny. It's like dumb, dude. Like you were talking like, bro, that wasn't even funny 10 years ago. I wouldn't, even if I was 12, I wouldn't be laughing at that. You're dumb. Yeah, I bet you did. Seems like it, you know. So hopefully you're in the right direction. You probably are. I'm starting to see that's kind of like what an example, because I'm starting to see like, oh, why is that the direction and shit like that? As if this is some sort of indirect guilt trip of what it could have been if this wasn't this and all that shit like that. And you're supposed to lead a pack of idiots who just needed spirituality in their life. Really, not trying to say I'm the representation of that anyway. I'm not even claiming that. I'm just saying. I mean, I there's got to be a reason why some people can go about something a different way, like how I did, how I just took down a whole freaking army. I took them down in real time. Like I feel it too. They're done. Don't get me wrong, they probably got a little left of whatever nonsense or whatever to make themselves feel good, but it's a wrap. They know it's a wrap. It's done. They done for it. They done. They done. Time will tell. You wait. Time will tell. You wait. They're done. Anyone who yeah, even shit like that, you're gonna regret leaving stupid shit like that. Y'all showing yourselves now. It's all good. Nah, keep on, yeah, keep on going, keep on going. Yeah, look at them exposing themselves all mad and shit like that, because they know it's coming. And I never would have wished anything like that upon anyone. People took actions, you know. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. Don't get upset. Yeah, I bet you are, man. You know, you probably gonna need to go watch some football or something, man. Go look at some slot machines or something. You know what I'm saying? Who you talking about? Yeah, you're just ridiculous, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Who leaves comments like that? Really think about it, man, because you know this person don't know anyone from a family of mine or whatever. So it's like, who are you? That's weird. He is entertained. It's like interesting. It's actually not interesting because you know how weird, like people are weird, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like people are actually psycho, and you know, I'm grateful despite, you know, some things. We all got challenges in life we got to put up with, but you know, you can't get upset knowing who you are. Um, you can't get upset when you have to purposely dumb yourself down and then you get looked at as you're dumb, rightfully so, rightfully so. You know, and then if you really do something that, you know, kind of puts your that kind of goes against yourself, these people can't wait to use what it is that they learned from you on you. That's probably the only bad part about it. Bad part about what? Well, if you want to claim that you're such a smarter person, everyone around you has no choice but to get smarter too. It's going to come with it. So be ready for the battle with that too, I guess, you know? That's why I said it in a previous live or vid or something where I said, yeah, but I'd still rather be around someone who's actually stupid, doesn't know what to do, and you need to teach them the ropes instead of being with someone who knows what to do, but they playing stupid for agenda or something like that. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That always seems to be the problem with things when you are just being you. Well, you recognize you got anger issues, so just don't say you're angry anymore. It's okay. You say I'm stupid. It's okay. It's okay. I'm stupid sometimes too. It's okay. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be tough, right? You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You know, hopefully, maybe you know, there is no next time. It really don't get any more sad than that, really. Um, let's just remind ourselves one last time before we get on out of here about the efforts. I can already feel it through the air, man, of how much effort the collaborations, the actions taken on trying to make someone feel a certain way and make them look at this and, oh, I did this with this and all this shit is like, dude, you know that you put yourself in a box and you try to put this person in a box, but you're in a box now because it's too late. Trust me, especially with people I loved and cared about. And you trying to convince yourself that, oh, you don't care, but you do care. But once you reach, now we're in a space right now where it's like, no, you really don't care. Like, you really, and then you feel that too. That's why you coming back around and shit like that, and now you in a box. Because soon you're going to suffocate. Because you ain't going to have that energy from that person anymore. You're going to lose access. And I'm talking to people in real life. You will lose access. Anything that you took from me in my energy and then accumulated a material, you were going to lose it. I'm telling you that right now. You played with the wrong person. You messed with the goon squad and thought it was cute and shit like that, and it ain't cute. Yeah, make jokes about railroads now. Yeah, because see, they be siphoning and shit too. Because I already had something about trying to railroad someone or whatever. Because that's what they were talking about. Ridiculous. Look at this. Well, yeah, of course, especially if it's an actual, like, legit thing, man. And then, like, the way, that should be weird, bro. But, and then I realized how much of haters people be. Because despite whether or not that person still hates you or doing the most from behind closed doors, yeah, it depends on the way it ended and shit. So you still got to take accountability from the starting point. That's why I don't go too far into that, or I don't go, too far to even make that a topic point. So that way that person can justify trying to give hope to something just to try to take power back again, especially when they lost it. You got to just keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just trying to harm you again, probably. Probably just trying to harm you again. So it's a revolt type. It's a what do you call it? It's like a rechargeable battery. You got normal batteries and you got the rechargeable battery, and they're trying to steal the rechargeable battery from Radio Shack. You know what I'm saying? Dude, check out the pot of greed picture. Who's I don't know what that is. Like I said, I'd be blind. Y'all be, So yeah, man, just got to be careful out here. What's this dude saying? Yeah, y'all be talking weird too, man. I don't know where y'all be coming from, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about, man? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about, man. What the hell, bro? What kind of world are we in right now? What kind of world are we in? Have you guys ever had anything actually happen to you in life? Like, any of you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever had anything happen to you? Or are you just bored on the internet? No, you know what I'm saying? Well, who's sad in a waste? Because it's like, it looks like that's what you are. I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying? But then I don't want to come incorrect, maybe maybe you didn't mean that towards me, but, it don't matter. Like what he said up there is like 50% of you aren't even real. Y'all are just a bunch of stupid, let's get reaction energy point systems and shit like that. That's all y'all know how to talk about. Look at this. That's all they know how to talk about. So that's what you went in for. Yeah, just try to do better. You're gonna blame it on the drugs. It was you, dude. You were the one who took action on some retarded shit. Don't be blaming alcohol. Don't be blaming drugs for you being retarded. That's y'all's problem too. I don't be looking at shit like you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Sit the fuck down, dude. I'm not kidding. Don't be leaving stupid shit up here trying to project as if that's a problem I got. Dumbass motherfucker. Yeah, shout out realist. You know what I'm saying? Got these dumb idiots up on here, man. That just means it's time for me to get out. So every time I'm about to leave, more dumbs show up and stuff like that. It's just crazy. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think, like, it was never like this before. It's not, no, they're not phasing me, bro. It's like, here's the thing. It's not even this. You got to understand there's another trigger system. It'd be worse outside of this. Like, the minute you get off and then you just scroll, trust me, it's worse. The shit that they projected. They're literally projecting it towards you. They literally inserted you inside their own matrix on box thinking to keep you trapped in a thinking system. So you have to create your own program for yourself, or they're gonna actually have you lost. It ain't about no chill, bro. It's for real. Oh, you said engage with the negativity. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Let me see here. I was here before all the trolls. My question is, you ever cry about a female leaving you? Oh, yeah. I mean, I cried before about a breakup. Yeah. Yeah. See that person right there. That's just a troll. That's just idiots. Let me see here. Also, look at this dude. So you're just gonna agree with me? I fuck with your mindset, but yeah, it's dumb as fuck to blame your actions. That's you, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. That's you. I just don't know about that. Like I said before, that's something I don't get into. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So what do you think that says about me? You tell me. Because I'm questioning why you leaving stuff like that up here. So I want you to tell me, what does that say about me? Relate it to me. Tell me what you think my take on it is. So keep that in mind, y'all, because there was a time where even a helper, someone who did help, was mentioned something about that person you care about is going to be in trouble though. And I was questioning, well, why is that person going to be in trouble? And they said something about, well, they were projecting that transition onto you as if that's something that you were related or into or something like that. And then that's when I got into really testing out what I called a spiritual allowance scam. That's what I call it. There's something else to it. It's a fraud scam. Some spirit, and they created their own definition off an energy signature, where they validate the way or something you say, even if it's sarcasm, and create some sort of spiritual law on it as if to validate doing something to you. No, bro. No, that's what I'm trying to say. We're putting a stop to that stupid shit. We're not doing that. So go live every night. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? If someone says something about sending a gift, that's super kind. That's super kind. I like gifts. You know what I'm saying? I haven't received a gift on here, but I don't think I'm applicable for that. Look at this person being weird. Y'all got some weirdo fetish with that N-word or something like that, and then spelling it out in man, you stupid, dude. I don't understand. Like, you're dumb. How many times have you reinvented yourself? I don't believe in that. You already know who you were. Hey, I don't know what that means, bro. So what does that mean? Here, let me see what stupid shit people say. What do you mean by that, bro? What are you talking about? Oh, the country, yeah. He's trying to be that one prankster or whatever, the niggle prank or whatever. They go up to black people and talk about, hey, I need a nickel. That's stupid. Y'all are dumb. Yeah, y'all suck at trolling, bro. But you got me though. You got me on here longer than I should have been and shit. You know, it's just stupid. Look at this, man. Yeah, man. Just keep on, just keep on being you and just sit back, man. I just sit back, observe. Old habits. I don't really have habits. I just say I got a major habit, and that's it. And it's a habit that got used to that's what happens to every single person who even goes through whatever they call this stuff, humiliation ritual or whatever the stuff that's trending or whatever, because it's more people. But I spoke on that too. I didn't really touch base on that. I could talk about it. I don't care. about when I was living in that house, people making jokes about homeless. Man, listen, I'd rather have a better space of mind and shit like that than the military tech and all the dumb shit they were using on. That's just crazy. Like goodness gracious, dude. What was it that people my channel see Aaron is, you know, I'm a Karen. I should have went full Karen mode on that. Yeah, I should have cried about it and everything. So you ain't hurting me. I could probably get away with it too. I probably could get away with being a dude and playing it off and crying like a little girl and getting whatever I want. As long as I get what I want, I don't care then. See, this is the wrong place to try and clear your head up, bro. Yeah, you're talking to yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to clear your head, get on out of here, because there's a lot of toxic people on here, you know, that's gonna make it hard for you to do that. You know, you wanna get into a good space. You wanna you wanna meditate. Everyone's got their different way of meditating. I like to stretch. You know what I'm saying? To stretch the back. I haven't been on the I gotta get on the monkey bars. That's one of the best stretches ever, and I hang on there for like a couple minutes and stuff like that, and stretch your back up real nice and good. So are you rich? Honest question. What does that word even mean? What does that mean? Like, to have something? Or are you just speaking in general? In general, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you're speaking like money wise or something. I don't know what you mean. You said bodybuilders don't stretch enough as most people. Yeah, I mean, what is it? What does it take to be? I know I'm definitely not a bodybuilder. I know back cause I've been kind of losing my physique too. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little smaller over the past 2 years, especially over like everything that just happened. Um, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I just got lucky because the way my diet's been awful lately and shit like that. I mean, like, I'm pretty lucky to still be moving kind of quick. I need to get myself right because it's been pretty bad lately with the ice cream cakes and shit like that. You say money. I mean, like, I just think it's got to be just solidified. I gotta find my own way to get it the way I live. It's kind of just what I'm about. I'm sick of being stagnated. Is really what the position I'm in right now. You got taller? No, I'm not that tall. I'm not 6'1". I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10". Not not an inch shorter, not an inch taller on the dot. If I actually, you know what I'm saying, because that posture has a lot to do with it too. Especially when you lost your car and shit like that, and then you got a backpack and shit. Eventually, that's gonna do shit to your back. You know, if you're not careful, you can actually end up losing like an inch or something. Yeah, don't be leaving stupid shit like that, dude. Everybody take a look at this idiot, you know, in his channel name, and just remember that name, and don't be leaving stupid shit like that, man. Retard. Get on out of here. Get rid of you. No, I don't tolerate dumb stuff. Where are you coming from, man? And that's what we're gonna get into, man, because it's very sick. I'm really dodging with the real shit that's going on, because it's sickening. Y'all notice all these idiots over here talking about Epstein and all this stupid shit. It's sickening what these people, sick people, bro. Y'all don't even, and for those who know, you know, it's sickening. Man, you can't even see what you're typing. You're so black you can't even see yourself, dude. I thought I blocked your ass. How do I get rid of this dude? I'll put you in timeout. How about that? For 24 hours. Now you really ain't gonna show up. Yeah, because I ain't got time for stupid shit. I usually don't be even blocking people and shit like that, but you know, this is honestly just like hate crime. type shit. Like, because you got to understand where's these people coming from and stuff like that. Why are they leaving stuff like that? You really hate, and then you align it with real life, and it's like, damn, who, like, yeah, what, in what area did I go so far to actually upset someone that far for them to actually take time to do that? It's weird to me. It's really weird to me. Like, it's mind-boggling. So you just hope it's strangers. You just hope it's strangers. But when they come a certain way, especially the last one when they were going heavy in and they were salty, that was a real person behind that. That was a real person behind that, salty. Those ones are the funny ones, man. Those ones are the funny ones where you could tell it's someone that you're, I don't know, they're in close proximity to you in real life, and then they gave themselves away and it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is and stuff like that. But let me go ahead and get on out of here because we just ain't getting nowhere. But yeah, we'll have more on this later. I'm so upset at myself because this was supposed to be something that was really supposed to be like a big deal, but save it for next time.